2014, and this day 3 years ago my granddaughter was born. So happy birthday, Kayleigh. Looking forward to seeing you after lunch. We'll have a lovely party this evening. She's a very special girl and she means an awful lot to me, so I hope she'll have a great day on her birthday. I got a text from her mum this morning and I was teasing her yesterday. I wondered, did she know what I was going to give her for her birthday? And when she woke up, she said to her mum she thinks she knows what it is. It's a hippopotamus. So all I can tell you is no, it's not a hippopotamus. I don't think we have room for a hippopotamus. I don't think it'd fit in very well with all those cows and calves. So I'll talk to you later. I'm in the car again as usual. I just have to, my mum has to run a little errand, so I'm just going up to collect her. We'll do that and hopefully we'll be home by lunch. Thanks again for watching. Bye. Hi guys, just back from running our little errand. What we were actually doing was renewing my mother's driving license. Her driving license will be up next month, and because she's 86, she just gets a license for 1 year at a time. So what she has to do, there's a big deal about it every year. She has to first go to her doctor and be assessed as medically fit to drive. She has to have an eye test. Even with her glasses, she still has, her doctor has to do her eye test, so she has to pay for that. I think it works out at €20. And then we have a new driver's license this year. Sorry about all the bounces, I'm not holding it very steady. We have a new driver's license that came in, I think it came in just after Christmas, but the way it is now, it's a much better form. We had a little sort of a book that you fold over before, which I still have because I got a 10-year driver's license, which I think isn't up until next year. But the newer system is more like a credit card with all your details, and your photograph is ingrained. Your photograph is ingrained on it, and all your details are on it. And I suppose it fits in your credit card slot with everything else. So that's what we had to do today. But to do that, you actually have to present yourself and go into the NDLS. That's what they're calling it. It's a new group that's set up around Ireland, the National Driver's License Service. So we got in there with her doctor's form and we filled out the form to renew her license. And what else do we have to bring? Oh yes, we suddenly realised she needed her PPSN number. Now, your PPSN number is your own tax number, your personal number. You're given it sort of when you're born, when you're registered, and it's not enough to know the number. She actually had to have evidence of it from a government agency written on a letter to her, or her social welfare card that she collects her pension on, and of course she didn't have either, and we were sure we were after wasting the journey. But she was rooting through her bag and she eventually got her European health card, which did have the PPSN number on it. We weren't sure whether they would accept it or not, but after waiting half an hour I think for our turn, eventually we went up and they did accept it, and we were both very relieved that we didn't have to go back another day, because we had been talking to two men from Cork, which is about an hour and a half away from here, who had gone into Cork and the queues were too long. They couldn't get an appointment until next week, so drove up to Clonmel. One of them had all his documentation perfectly. The other man didn't have official evidence of his PPSN number, and he had to go home with no license and possibly return again today or another day. So thank goodness it worked out for her. And there and then in the office, they have a camera, so you just turn to one side in the chair and they take your photograph, and then you also sign your name on a little computer thing that appears underneath your photograph. So that took an hour in total, a long session. So very glad that it all worked out, and she is so relieved that she has gotten her license for another 12 months. She doesn't drive far. She drives down to me, which is all on minor roads, no main roads, and it's about a 20-minute drive. She might drive to her local village, which is about a 4-mile drive, but she doesn't go any further. But she loves the independence, living in a small village and living in a country like Ireland, where we don't have terrific public service transport like buses and trains. They're in the bigger towns, but they're non-existent out the country. You need to have a car. Everybody needs to have a car, and so glad for her that she is mobile for another 12 months. So that's just a little bit of information filling you in on where we were. Talk to you later.
Okay, which